All right, guys, we got to get right into this. Kevin Stefanski took the podium just now and had some revealing things to say about Shedeur Sanders in this work week leading up to the game. Now, we know Shedeur Sanders has an uphill battle. We believe in 12. We believe in perfect timing, legendary. He has an uphill battle. He's playing for a coach that does not want to see him succeed. Kevin Stefanski wants nothing to do with Shedeur Sanders. It's an uphill battle. We got to take a look at what Kevin Stefanski had to say, man, because you can't trust him. You can't trust him.
What was Shedeur's week like? I think last time we talked to you, practice, so 3 practices. How did it work?
Yeah, he did a good job. Obviously, for young players, young quarterbacks, you name it, the work week is structured so that it's a buildup, if you will. So every single day you're looking to learn, soak it all in, go perform, learn again. And I think he's handled the week really well.
Next 48 hours, just what is your message going to be to Shedeur? Obviously, it's exciting for him to be making his first start. And obviously, all the kind of intrigue with it. What is your message to him?
Yeah, his focus is to do his job for the football team, just like it is for everybody, and he knows that. And he's again handled the week really, really well. Obviously, tomorrow, the rest of today, tomorrow, about finishing touches when it comes to the game plan and really locking in and talking about owning all those details. But that's where his focus is.
I'm surprised. At least you actually can acknowledge him and speak about him and not broaden the subject whenever he's brought up. We know you want him to fail. That's the sad truth about this. You want him to fail so bad, you don't care if it costs you your damn job.
Tackles Jack and Cam. Obviously, Cam no designation, but just how did you see that feel like they kind of went through the week? Yeah,
Cam obviously came out okay, and no injury designation there. Obviously, with Jack is continuing to push it, and which I appreciate about him, and we'll see where it goes. It's just not ready to make that ruling just yet.
You can't control it, but just the tackle situation in general this year, the constant injuries you've had at that position. How challenging?
All right, that's enough of Kevin Stefanski, man. We're gonna kick it over to UCSS and see what the fellas had to say, because at the end of the day, there's one thing that we for sure can agree on. Shedeur Sanders has brought a level of excitement. Bro, I haven't been this excited to watch a damn Browns game, I don't think, ever. Since his first preseason game where he put on a show versus the Carolina Panthers. I ain't been this excited since maybe Odell was there or something like that. Let's be real here. Shedeur Sanders has brought a level of excitement to this team that has been unmatched. Let's see what the fellas had to say about it.
Guys, and I talked to on Sunday against.
I haven't really been that level of excited. Everybody's a little excited when Deshaun Watson was, he got his first start, but that kind of got messed up because he got suspended in 11 games. He played the first game, they played the Jaguars. It was nasty work. I think the center got his knee blew out on the first play, and it was rainy, and then Schwartz dropped 3 passes in a row, and the game was over, and it was done. And we're like, oh.
So was his career.
Yeah, after that was all she wrote. It was done.
I don't know about that, guys. He's catching passes for the Akron flag football team.
I don't know if he's doing that, man, but he getting ready for that Black Friday sale over at Menards. Yeah. But shout out to Menards. Big money.
He said he's working at Menards. Oh, come on.
Money at Menards.
We all know it.
Hey, man. But we great at those. But I'm going to tell you this. I was excited. I'll go back to the Baker Mayfield one, right? When Baker Mayfield played against the Jets, it was crazy because he didn't really get to start. He actually, I believe, got his next start, if I'm not going to lie, if I think my memory serves me correct, was it the Raiders? Was the Raiders the very next game?
Remember.
I don't remember who it was against, but
I think the very next game, if McNuggets
it might have been,
because I think Nick Chubb had 2 very long runs in that game.
It was against the Raiders.
Yeah,
right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
In Oakland?
Right.
In Oakland.
So I remember that game because I was doing sidelines for the Browns at that time. I was filling in for Nathan for those 6 games, and I was on the sidelines reporting, and that was a crazy awesome game. I remember, I was watching the freaking play, and Nick Chubb went like.
He broke two, and the one
that was a fun game.
It was a very fun. The Browns ended up losing this game.
They should have never lost that.
Never
game.
lost that.
Only Hugh Jackson would have gone for it on 4th and 1.
Well, made a post corner in a like in the end zone. So that
the Browns are so bad. They have to keep going back to Baker Mayfield. That's how bad the quarterbacking has been. You know how far, like, prior to Baker Mayfield, it was even worse. It was even worse before Baker.
That game was super fun to watch, but it was crazy because it was following up the Jets game, and everybody wanted to see, okay, can you follow that up?
Yeah.
What's the energy? I want to see what it looks like after a week of practice and a week of getting all of the reps. Because remember, Hugh Jackson infamously said, oh, congratulations, you're the backup quarterback. Tyrod Taylor goes out. Obviously, he comes out, throws touchdowns against the Jets, the Philly special. So the very next week, it was kind of like, as Browns fans, it was so much time before.
Listen, man, everybody is hyped about Shedeur, man. Everybody is hyped. Let's take a look at what they was talking about on Ken Carmen.
He's a guy that's a natural leader. He's a magnet. People are drawn to him. They want to follow him. He has an eye that's a natural leader. He's a magnet. People are drawn to him. They want to follow him. He has an unquestionable mental toughness and ability to shake off bad plays and move on, which is one of the hallmarks of all great quarterbacks. And I think that was one of the reasons the Browns wanted to draft him, right? He's got great leadership skills. People want to follow him. He's got a really good mental toughness. So if a bad play happens, he's not going to let it spiral into another bad play. He's willing to be accountable, and he's very accurate, and he can push the ball down the field, and he's a gamer, right? That, to me, is what I think about when I think of Shedeur Sanders. There's definitely some flaws, obviously, in the game that he needs to work on, and a lot of it's because he just hasn't been in a pro-style system before, and he's just getting used to seeing defenses and having to go through progressions and make checks. But that's why you take a flyer on him in the 5th round, because he's got a lot of intangibles that a lot of guys drafted much higher than him don't have. And so you figure that, hey, if we can work on some of these things that we feel are correctable, he's got this incredibly high ceiling where he legitimately could be the franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns in the future.
You hear that? You hear it. You hear it. That is Joe Thomas. That is Joe Thomas, Hall of Fame left tackle for the Cleveland Browns, letting it be known Shedeur has everything it takes to be the franchise quarterback for this team. And make no mistake about it, the Cleveland Browns need him to be in the worst way. You got a bunch of dead money with Deshaun Watson, and if you can hit on Shedeur Sanders, that frees you up to go out and not have to draft a quarterback. That frees you up to go spend draft capital on your offensive line. Go and get a bona fide wide receiver next to Jerry Jeudy, whether it be a Mekhi Lemon, a Carnell Tate, a Jordan Tyson. Hey, Chris Bell, like, it gives you the flexibility to go get things you need. This is going to be an interesting game. I cannot wait for Sunday. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the